I gotta be
8 o'clock.
professional.
It sure is, Alex. And we're live. Welcome to tonight's Malty Monday. We're going to be looking at the American Amber / Red Ales, the American Amber or American Red Ales. They are called both, so it's only appropriate to do both. Let me welcome in the panel tonight. We have Alex, the Beer Master.
What's up, everybody?
Thrash Life.
Thanks for having me, Bubby. Cheers, everybody.
Chatio.
Yo.
Miscellaneous Brew Reviews.
Cheers, guys.
Definitely not Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
And Beer Man.
Yo, what's up?
Cheers. Myself, Bumpy Roads. Cheers, guys. Thank you for making it here tonight. Chat. Miscellaneous was first. Thrash was not first. Chatio was thirst. Drugga one. Sup, gang. He was here. He grabbed the wrong style of a red, so he's not joining on panel tonight, but he did try, so thank you for trying.
Maybe next time around.
Cheers to Josh. He says, "Oh, hey, I'm first." So, and Burley, hello, welcome.
Hey, Burley.
All right, let's go ahead and jump into some type of a description of this style. This is from BJCP back in 2015. Says overall impression: an amber, hoppy, moderate strength American craft beer with a caramel malty flavor. The balance can vary quite a bit, with some versions being fairly malty and others being aggressively hoppy. Hoppy and bitter versions should not have clashing flavors with the caramel malt profile. Comments: can overlap in color with darker American pale ales, but with a different malt flavor and balance. Regional variations exist, with some being fairly mainstream and others being quite aggressive in hopping. Stronger and more bitter versions are now split into the red IPA style. That's pretty much it. Then they just give some commercial examples. They say the ABV range is typically around 4.5 to 6.2. IBU is 25 to 40. SRM is 10 to 17. All right. Well, let's get on with the show. First up is going to be Alex, the Beer Master. Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, my friend. Thanks for letting me join. Sorry I wasn't here last night, but hey, it is what it is. But I got Fat Tire from Belgium, New Belgium. Amber Ale, even though it's a red amber ale. So I don't think I've had this before. I might have. I don't remember. I know I've had Belgian beers before because one of Drunken One's favorite beers is the what's it called? Voodoo Ranger or whatever they're called. That series. So let's pour this up, see what it looks like, shall we? Nice smoke, too. That looks like a beautiful beer. Yeah, nice and golden and stuff like that. But I'll tell you all about that next time around. Appreciate you.
All right. Cheers, Alex. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome, bud.
All right. We got Thrash up next here.
Sorry, I was muted. Saying hi to everybody. Just a second here. Got to finish. Got to say hi to Vanessa. Cool. All right.
Hi, Vanessa.
I'm doing a homebrew. I've reviewed this, I think, on your dark beers, your after dark beers on Sunday a couple times. This is an amber ale. It's 5%. I made it. Let's see. Back. I'll look it up and I'll let you guys know on the round. But it poured up, had a nice little one finger head. It's been setting for about 5 minutes, and it's just keeping the rain going. So yeah, cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers, Thrash.
Cheers.
Why?
Another Coloradian.
Avoid normal. Today, I am bringing Colorado Native Amber. It's 5.5% from, well, it's Coors. It's their fancy craft beer line. See, 38 IBUs. Best Buy date 6 months ago. Just kidding. Wouldn't be surprised at my liquor store. So it's good to go. Let's pop her open. No smoke. Oh, and it's a twist off. So that was just for, I guess, dramatics.
It is a twister.
I'm just used to them not being twist off. There we go. Look at that. There she is. Nice looking beer right there. Good head. Frothy. Kind of an off-white in color. Cheers.
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 Oh, yeah.
That's very, very clear.
Well, I'm glad that's clear.
All right. So today I got a product from Florida. This is from Three Sons Brewing Company out of Dana Beach, Florida. This is called their Antique Alley. It's 5.4% IBU can. Antique Alley.
Ooh, that's a nice can art too.
Yeah, it looks classy, I guess.
Yeah.
It's canned. I think it's at 627. Yeah, you got about little more than 2 fingers. It's definitely off-white color head. Yeah, it's got a nice amber caramel color, copper almost. Very effervescent. Looks good. Only 20 IBUs. I think it's going to be on the malty side.
Nice.
Nice. I think I'm on the multi side. All right, we got. Oh, I can't bring him over when I have that up. All right. Wow.
I gotta do all this shit. All right.
You got a haircut done for you, BuMpy.
I know. He's trying to impress me.
I got the Bell's Amber Ale. I'm pouring into a glass, which I don't usually do. I consider that to be gay. Oh no! I'm just gonna try to boil over.
You got close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
No, we're good. Trust me. So, with this Bell's Amber Ale, like it, you should probably go to the next person.
All right. Bell's Amber Ale. Very nice. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But with the Bell's Amber Ale, you get a lot of fucking like typically with amber ales, you don't get a whole lot of it. Like like the most amber ales that I get or that I've ever had are at the amber box, which aren't really ales, lagers, but it tastes a lot like how do I put this? All right, move on to the next person.
All right. I'll let you think about the flavors you're getting there, Kyle. Thank you.
They all suck.
Hey, all right. Thanks, BuMpy.
I can't compete,
all right.
y'all. I can't compete.
Yeah, you're fine. So this one's one from Mac and Jack's. They're close to me. Where are they at? Redmond, Washington. It's called their African Amber. I got confused because they actually said it was an African Amber, and it's an American Amber. But it's a 5.8%, and it was also canned 629. Not also, but a couple days from Miscellaneous was. In your hand, you hold the original unfiltered and dry hopped amber of the PNW from the Pacific Northwest. African amber hats. What got me right there was that it let me know right away that it was an American amber. African amber has been. I'll just screw that. It's too much. Let's pour it. It's too much reading. Is it a full moon tonight?
I can give you one.
Half moon, maybe.
Oh, yeah, about all the lettuce show on here.
Blue moon. All right, so yeah, it's amber. It's got a little red hue to it as well. It's more of like a copper colored beer, deep, rich amber color. Can't see through it. It's got a nice off-white head, finger, real quick smell. Oh, yeah, kind of a appley caramel thing going on or something, a little bready. But we'll get into that. Cheers.
All right. Cheers, Bear Man. Okay, so what I'm bringing, this is from Concord Craft Brewing Company. They're out of Concord, New Hampshire. This is their Four Rivers Red American Amber. Comes in at 5.8% ABV. And it is about a month and a half. We'll go with 5 weeks. It's closer to 5 weeks at the time of me opening this. And it has a kind of off-white head. It's some fairly small bubbles, kind of a frothy-looking head there. And the color of the beer itself, it's got some reddish hues to it, amber-esque, a little bit copper as you go down, but it is clear. You can see through it. Colored profile here as you go with a larger portion at the top of the glass, it gets darker. And of course, it gets lighter when you get to the narrow where more light shines through. All right, so let's get back to Alex.
All right. So, I didn't taste it yet, so let's see. So this is the, looks like a reddish, brownish color. Looks nice. Oh, you can see the, I can look on my end, you can see the carbonation going up. It's like a tornado kind of thing. So that's pretty good. And then it has a little bit of head still on the glass. So that's good too. So let's see what this smells like, shall we? Smell is very yeasty. Doesn't smell like a bitter or anything like that. It doesn't smell like a Band-Aid or anything like that. Whatever the sayings go. It smells a little sweet, but we'll see if it's sweet. It might not be. So let's see what this tastes like, and cheers.
Cheers, Alex.
That is very tasty. There's not. It has a little bit of bitterness to it, but not too much. Not too much. Matter of fact, very creamy. You know, sometimes it makes you think these kind of beers. Very, very soft and mellow on the palate. I don't know if it's fruit that I'm tasting. I'm not really sure. I'm trying to remember. But it's very delicious. I think Belgian ales are not supposed to taste like fruit, right, BuMpY? Or no? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Ambers.
Well, that one's not a Belgian one, though. That's an American amber.
That's what I meant. American
It's just
amber.
made by New Belgium.
Yeah, it's not a Belgium. That's how I'm thinking about. Forgive me. Yeah, it's like A little bit of wateriness to it. It's not too bad. I like this. Very tasty beer. Yeah, it's not hoppy at all. It's not like, what's it called? It's not like that greeny hoppy, like that weed hoppy. It's not any of that. Now, I like that, but I'm just saying for this kind of style, it doesn't have that. Now, as I'm talking, it does dry out the mouth a little bit. I will tell you that. And it does have a little bit of bitterness after I'm talking. So it is a delicious beer. It's not that bad. So I might give it a high rating. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes most of the time I try to know these flavors, but sometimes I don't. But it's definitely a red ale, American red ale. Very tasty beer.
You're gonna finish it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna finish it, but I've got more in here, and I got a couple bottles. Got a couple more bottles anyway.
Right.
So it's a very tasty beer. I don't know if you got this or not, Legendary BuMpy. I don't know if you ever had it. I'm saying I think you have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fat tires everywhere. We call it flat tire here.
Yeah, we do.
So thank you for letting me join. I'm probably gonna give us a little high rating. Probably not gonna be 100, but it's gonna be a good beer. It's very tasty beer. I don't like the dryness, but the flavor is very tasty. It's not bitter or anything. Not too bitter. So very tasty beer. Thank you, my friend.
All right.
Cheers, Alex, man. That is a good beer.
It is.
BuMpy, I went ahead and put the recipe to the homebrew in the basement. I'm
Okay.
bringing that.
I'll bring you like this, and then we'll do that.
Or I don't know. Can't really read it.
Full screen layout.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is the recipe. These are the fermentables. These are your malts and everything that's in here. On the right-hand side, this is what I want to focus on. This gives the SRM, which is color. It's a 16.2 SRM. The batch size, this was a 5-gallon batch, 60-minute boil, and it shows the original gravity and the final gravity, which came out to a 5% ABV. And I had... on this one, I think I did just do 75% efficiency. It's just it's a real quick beer to do. And it even gives you the calories per can, which is 159 per 12 ounce. But I used Vienna, Munich Dark, flaked oats, honey malt. And then the hops, I have a Challenger. I did 1 ounce at 30 minutes because with an amber, you don't want it bitter. You don't want it really bitter like an IPA. You want to malt forward on the ambers. And then another ounce at 10 minutes for flavoring hop. And then use the Dan Star Nottingham on there with the 80% attenuation on it. Whirl Flock, of course, to clarify it. And that's pretty much that. The color came out really nice. You got this amber copper, very dark amber copper. As you can see, it's still giving the ring around the rosy there. It's kind of sticky, and it was brewed back on April 11th of this year, and it's been doing its thing in the keg. Now, if it was an IPA, it'd be completely different. You wouldn't want it to go too far along, otherwise you really start losing the bitterness, and some of the aroma hops start to fade out as well. So,
hey Brian,
yeah.
unless you want my Christmas beers that we had 2 years ago.
There you go. That's right. Alex likes his IPAs a year old for Christmas. So you guys have some IPAs laying around, send them to Alex.
I've got a bottle of the white IPA you and I did about 8 months ago.
There you go. Cool. All right, so let's dive into it's a lot of caramel roast. You get a lot of sweetness from the malts off the nose. basic amber. If you've had a fat tire or something along those lines, this is about where it's at on the make. Fat tire is pretty much a pretty good standard to look at for an amber. So it's going for a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
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 The malt character is really has concentrated itself a bit in here. I haven't had CO2 pressured on this too much, just enough to keep it going. So it's not very lively on the tongue anymore. It's very light on the CO2 in here. The effervescence is very light. It's got some, what is that in there? Some toffee notes in there on the back end, which is really nice. It is drying, just like the fat tire is. I wasn't trying to copy it at all. What I do is I usually take some really good recipes and then I change them up a bit and make them my own and do them. Usually they turn out pretty good, but it's kind of a light to medium body. But the malt profiles is there really well. The bitterness is pretty much almost faded out. I mean, it's been April, May, June, July, August. So it's been 4 months in the keg. So it's really starting to drop off. It didn't start off as much either from a 30 IBUs. I would say right now it's about 15, maybe 20. So yeah, cheers everybody. It's pretty good.
Nice, man.
Right.
Thanks for having me, Bobby.
Thanks for being here, Thrash. Then we got the other Coloradians.
Hi.
Keep it up. BuMpy.
Once again, avoid normal intel. I haven't worn this shirt for like 8 years.
That's great.
But I have the Colorado Native, just like me. The amber ale version. Not really amber, but it's a good looking beer. It is pretty light in color, as you can kind of see through. It's on the lighter side, but still pretty good. It's the aromas. Got some notes of caramel, hops, malts. Hold on. Clear my nose. Kind of metallic. I'm getting like a metally note in there too from the aromas. I'm guessing that's got to be from the malts. Oh well, but the head's still kind of retained a little bit. Oh god, that's a right glass for this or at the level. Excuse my tires. All right, cheers. Let's give her a try.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Caramel flavor up front, ba-ding, ba-dum, with some hop flavor. Not really overly bitter. Yeah, the malt flavor is pretty good in there. Pretty decent. Nice. Gives it more of a fuller body, but I'd still consider this just right around medium, just right in the middle. But I'm still getting that metallic note from it, and it's kind of throwing me off. Might be from the barley malt, not too sure, but yeah, probably gonna grab another one for the end. But yeah, not bad, not great. It's a beer. Cheers.
Cheers, man. Can't let them go to waste. You got to drink them all, man.
Damn.
It's like Pokemon.
Give
Gotta
them to
catch
the
them all.
horses.
Geez. All right. Yeah. So, what the hell is this called? Yeah. Antique Alley, huh? I've been sipping on it. Sorry, I couldn't wait. I was parched. I need to wet my beak. I get like faint caramel note. It's like bread crust, almost like slightly toasted. That's about it. Maybe a slight sweetness. Nothing too crazy though. Was throwing up some lace, but pretty good looking beer. This is it. It looks pretty dark on camera right there. It's not that dark, and it is clear. I can see through it, but yeah, I don't know. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, Drew.
So Alex said something that was funny to me, and I said something in the private chat, but I kind of get that from this beer. It's funny. So beer starts off. It's weird. It's almost got like a medium full bodied texture to it, but like it drinks. It is kind of watery and like wet, like refreshing up front. And
But it also has a little creaminess too, right?
But I'm getting. Well, it's not the same beer, but it's close to what you're talking about, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and then I get like caramel, and I get some toasty malt there. It's like some of the grain, not like it's grainy, but I don't know, hard to say. And then it kind of just goes a full 180, and it starts drying off. It is a little herbal, like herbaceous up front, like a grassy kind of hop, not too bitter. Just let you know that it's there. And on the finish, when it dries, it is a bit bitter, but not overwhelming. It's definitely pushing me back into the glass of beer. It's just a nice dry finish. But this beer is only like a month and 2 weeks old. So, I mean, it's going to be, I would assume, I don't know, some of these you get like your fat tires or whatever. How long's that thing been sitting around?
Right. You never know, really.
Unless on some of that stuff. So, I mean, I guess that does.
Right.
Not too far out. It's good. It's pretty good. I like it for what it is. Might be something if it's. I can't remember what I paid for this. I think it was like $2 or something for this. But if it was worth it to get a 4 or 6 or that, I might get it again.
Cool.
Just keep around everyday drinkable beer. But yeah, it drinks watery, wet, and then it's just dry. Sahara Desert.
Right on the top of the palate and the top of your tongue.
Yeah.
On the back.
But yeah, not too bad. Like I said, I don't know. I guess that's a good ploy. Makes you thirsty. You got to drink more.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Awesome.
man.
And Andrew, including bitterness, there's not that much bitterness to this, but like I said, it's not the same beer. But I'm just saying,
it's like light, like earthy, like light grassy, and not like real bitter.
Yeah,
but they don't clash. You know, you get the malt, and then you get that light hop. I don't know. It melt. They don't. One doesn't overtake the other one. It's kind of nice.
It tastes good.
Dry finish comes through. That's the only dinger. But other than that, it's good. I like it. See the ghost.
Appreciate you.
Fucking blinds moving.
Oh shit!
Cat's probably back there.
I'm having to say.
All right, thank you, Miscellaneous.
I have to run it back.
Yeah, Lucy's behind there.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, they're not too spectacular. They're definitely drinkers. Drinkablers. I didn't mention, I don't think, the percentage. This is a 5.8. Maybe I did.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, and it's 30 IBUs is what Untapped says. It doesn't mention it. You have to look around for it. But so 30 IBUs, a month and a half old, about the same as Miscellaneous is there. It's going for the nose now. Let's get the full thing here. So I get the toasty. I get that like kind of a toasty biscuity thing going on, along with like a red apple. I get apple in this one, which I didn't remember getting apple and fat tire or anything like that. It was more of like a toasty, like biscuity kind of thing too, like that malty, like you guys were saying, like Victory Malt or some weird shit like that, you know. Caramels come through though very nicely. It seems it's I've had this before many times, but it's got but analyzing it right now, it's got like this really nice malty, fruity, like kind of yeasty ester thing going on, with a nice caramel malts and stuff like that. It's just very nicely well blended. It's a good beer too, by the way. But looking at it again, just a nice copper or deep amber color. Let's drink it, man. We already talked about that. Oh, I didn't talk about the carbonation. Talking about flat tires.
Yeah.
This has got like a medium slow rising bubble for sure. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, it does. You got the drying effect for sure. Watery mouthfeel, loose mouthfeel, let's say. You do get flavors. You get there. Your body's more of a medium light body, medium light. I'd say medium light. It's nice. It's nice. It's got a nice like a bready, biscuity, toasty kind of thing going on. Toasted raw malts. Very like you're eating the malts. Like if you take a handful of cracked malt and eat it, it's just got that like flavor in this. It's not super hoppy. It's not really bitter. I mean, 30 is not terrible. I mean, it's pretty bitter too, but it's not bad. It's well blended. It's got a nice balance between the malts, the sweetness, the what it's supposed to be. I've actually brewed quite a few of ambers because I used to love Fat Tire when I was younger, getting into it. But
Legendary Beer Man.
nothing like Fat Tire. Huh?
I'm curious, Legendary Beer Man. Now that we're getting into the brew phase of your life soon, Mr. Beer Man,
be easy on me. It's been a while.
well, I'm saying once
Gentle, Alex.
once your brewery's done, I'm wondering, are you going to make another Fat Tire or better Fat Tire? I mean, I'm just curious.
Oh, I'll make an American Amber, really ready. Any red, Irish red, reds. I like them all. I like those.
Awesome.
They're good drinkable beers. You know, they're really nice and crushable.
And they're very refreshing for the summer.
Refreshing could be, yes.
True
They
that.
still provide you with a nice richness, but from the malts and stuff, the caramels, even a little like weird like toffee thing even comes through a little bit, but it's all very light and like just very moderate. I like that though. I don't like it when things are pungent and pokey and like too much raisin or too much this or too. You're just like, ugh. It just makes your throat gag. But this is really nice.
Too much heaviness. You want some lightness.
Just too much. I like light for a drinkable, sessionable beer. And this is definitely that. 5.2 is Fat Tire. This is 5.8. I don't really get a big difference unless I'm having a few, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But the finish is very nice and lovely. I mean, it's got a nice velvety, watery feel all the way through on the mouthfeel, and it dries off, and there's no cardboard or anything like that. There's nothing off-putting, off flavors, nothing like that. So very good beer, very well made. I got my thoughts on this for sure.
And also has a little sweetness to it too as I'm drinking.
Yeah, there's a slight sweetness with that as well. Even a light tartness at the roof of the mouth. It's just kind of if you get it all, you know, it's like there's so many equations to this to any beer we review, right?
Yes, you never know. It's like different levels. It's just there's a level every time. True that.
Another door.
Yes, absolutely, brother.
Cheers, guys. Much love, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Beer Man.
Thanks, Bear Man.
Welcome.
Next week we will be reviewing onions because they have many levels, many layers.
I'm looking onion.
Many
Appreciate you,
cheers.
BuMpy. Let's see what you got, my friend. Cheers.
Light and easy.
I actually believe that, Josh.
I kind of do too.
Technically, there is different levels. You gotta take the onion skin off. Everything. So
Well, the problem with Josh is they kept telling him to put his clothes back on.
Oh my God. All right, let's see what you got to say, BuMpy.
All right, so we got this Four Rivers Red, American Amber from Concord Craft Brewing. Aromas on this. There is a caramel like sweetness, a little bit of a slight biscuit, possibly closer to like a brown bread type note. There is a bit of a candied apple note in there as well. I'm not really able to detect any hoppiness. It's mostly malt and what seems like possibly yeast with that candied apple type thing going on. All right, let's take a swig. So cheers.
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 Medium body, medium carbonation. Starts off a bit sweet. Caramel type notes up front. There's a little bit of a in the mid palate, so it's like caramel mid palate. It kind of gets this
cherry slash red delicious apple type flavor going on, where it's also met by some bready notes of like brown bread to biscuit and a bitterness. Bitterness seems to be, I don't know, it's not really much of a flavor profile from this bitterness, but it does seem, I'd say if it was giving off any flavors, kind of on the earthy to woody tone. It's just like what Alex is saying, what Miscellaneous was saying. Starts off, it's very liquid, wet feeling on the palate, but as soon as you swallow it down, you're left with that like lingering bitterness to this one. And it does dry out the palate quite significantly. So it is a dry but yet wet here. Does seem to have a little bit of a smooth kind of creaminess in the mouthfeel as well up front. I think mostly with that kind of a little bit of head action that's still there. It is leaving a nice lacing and everything too. It almost leaves the lacing like you'd find in a nitroed beer. Just kind of creams up the glass. Josh is being such a smart ass in the comments tonight.
He's not the only one.
But yeah, it's
lively bunch.
I'll come up with a score on this one. So
Dry.
yeah, it's like I said, it starts off forefront sweet, mid-level not so sweet, except for kind of some of the apple and cherry note type thing going on, but that is mixed with that kind of biscuity dark bread type notes, and then just the bitterness meeting up with it. So very quick flash of sweetness before it becomes more of a bitter beer. I wouldn't quite. I'd say this one's a bit more above mild on the bitterness. All right, well, let's go back to
Ringo
Alex, the beer master.
That's his master, yeah.
To give off his scoring and any shout outs you'd like to do.
All right, we'll do that. Well, it's a good beer. I'm going to give it a 90. Good beer. All right. It's not world class, but it's very flavorful enough that, or very refreshing enough. I don't like the dryness, like I said before, in other beers, but I will get those beers again because I like the flavor. You know, it's just like, for instance, Spyglass. I like the State Machine beers, or at least I've only drank one of them, which is the yellow can. So there is obviously a series of State Machines, or whatever that was called, BuMpy. Would you correct me on that if it's right or wrong? But I know it's Spyglass that you gave me a beer of. Very juicy beer. That was a very juicy beer, but it had a dryness to it. But it still tastes good regardless. But and I would get it again. I'm hoping I will try the State Machine series eventually again. The only State Machine I tried was the yellow can, and that one was pretty darn good because it had some juiciness as well. But back to this. I like to pare things down. I shouldn't be doing that. But so this beer is very tasty. Like I said, I don't like the dryness, but I do like the flavor. So I'll give it a 90. And the shout outs will be, we're going to have chocolate cake and stouts for Fruit Friday. It's back to Food Friday. It's not Fruit Friday. So Food Friday with Alex. And we're going to have some stouts.
Chocolate cake and stouts. That sounds absolutely wonderful.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. So most of you will probably be there, whoever can make it. So, yeah.
I dare somebody to stick their chocolate cake in their stout.
Or their stout over the chocolate cake.
Well, I could dare that person. His name is BuMpY. We'll see what happens with that. But and don't forget Stout Sunday at 10:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. It is on John and Nellie's channel. But if you don't understand the word John and Nellie, just look up Georgia Beer Reviews.
I don't know the
and
word.
You'll be golden. So get your stouts on Sunday at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Sox Beer Master. Thank you.
Cheers, Alex.
Cheers, Alex. Thank you for being here tonight as well.
You know what? I like being here. I'm trying to be. I'm mostly here every multi-money and after dark beers, but I was just wanted to relax last night.
If you ever want him to host it,
anything, he'll be there.
If that was the case, Brian, I probably would be there. But it's just I don't know. I just
because you're a good guy, man.
Yes.
All right. So my homebrew, the Amber Ale homebrew. After 4 months, it's starting to change quite a bit. So it's not what it was. So right now it's probably an 89. You know, it's not into the mid 90s at all anymore. It's the beer's getting to a point where it's had its prime, and it's good. So yeah, would I brew it again? Hell yeah, it's a pretty good amber ale. You know, the one thing about the ambers, you don't have to let them set too much to condition at all. So, you know, it's a no-brainer beer to do. So as for shout-outs, BuMpY, I throw something in the basement. All my time lately has been spent on trying to get my horse well. My little girl, Faith, here, this is recent. She's finally feeling better. She's running around, having a good time. She's finally able to breathe. But we had about a month of dealing with her being sick. So all my concentration, twice a day, I've been out there with her, giving medication and working with her and everything else. But she's finally feeling better. I didn't see any boogers today, but her temperature's been fine. And hopefully we can get her moved to her new location. And over there. Yeah, that's Thrash Life right now. So cheers, y'all. Thanks for having me, BuMpY.
Cheers, Thrash.
So looks happy.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
Hey, Brian, I just noticed you had steps in there too, as well. Do you train her to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm training her right now. Yeah, right now I gave her a break because she was sick, but
yeah, but there's steps there. I'm guessing you train her to go on the steps when she's not sick, obviously.
She's freaking beautiful, dude.
She's
That
doing her
blue thing,
thing, man.
That blue thing that's in the middle of the ground. That's what I'm talking about.
those are steps so you can. All the ladies use those to get on their horses because usually the horses that they own are pretty tall. So.
Oh, okay. So it's nothing
Step
to do with
aerobics.
All right.
Yeah.
She does step aerobics.
Okay.
I did those steps too.
I thought it had something to do with training that you're doing, Brian.
Oh no! That's out there for the regular riders when Terry's training people how to ride.
Digging the goat.
Okay.
The goat.
That's Honey. She's a part of the. She's a part of the crew out there. We got a couple goats, few sheep. This is that was Terrelin, so yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody for the support and everything.
Yeah, of course,
Thanks,
always,
Thrash.
buddy.
Cheers, dude.
Gotta get Chattio out there.
We do, yeah. We got to figure this out.
And
Probably
you're
going to
gonna-
be September at this point, man. With
And you're
everything
gonna get
going
me
on.
out there too, Brian. I know
Yeah.
that.
You got to come out here first.
Get your ass out here.
Brian, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Thrash.
Thank you, BuMpY.
And Chattio.
You do what with your finger? So once again, I like this logo right there. That's cool. But Colorado Native Amber, it's good. It's good. Not great. So it's an all year round type of beer. Just you can drink this any time of the year. Great for hanging out with friends, either playing poker or barbecuing or hiking or whatnot. But I'm not wowed by it. I'm not overly impressed by it. It's just average to me. It's an 86 for an American amber for the style. 86 out of 100. Probably won't buy another 6-pack of that or any of their other beers for that matter. But yeah, so good beer, BuMpY. Thanks for having me. So my shout out is Friday. I'm trying to figure out the time for it, but Spread Table Degenerate, who's in the chat, was gracious enough to buy me this. It is Chocolate Plague from Pucker Butt Pepper Company. It is a hot sauce, and I will be doing a couple dabs of it to celebrate 666 subs. So I surpassed that today, so we'll be doing it Friday at some point. Got to figure out the time, but look out for that. It's going to be a hoot. I'm going to be burning my bum. You're going to laugh. I'm going to suffer. Nobody wins.
As long as we're not watching your bum burn.
No, that's off air. You'll watch me squirm, probably. Squirm and just regret every decision of my life. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers, Chatty. Good
Cheers.
luck with that.
Maybe BuMpY can join you.
Drink it with coffee.
I don't think BuMpY would.
There you go. That's a pro tip.
No, that would not be a good pro tip because BuMpY drinks coffee after he ate that chip, and was not so.
He's alive. He's still alive.
I know. Appreciate you, Andrew.
All right, so yeah, the Three Sons, the Antique Alley. I don't know. I mean, it really wasn't all bad. Definitely had a nice malty characteristic to it. Light hopping. I just didn't like the fact that it was just so damn dry on the finish. It just totally tricks you out. You think you get that. I think loose mouth or whatever beer loose feeling more than I guess with watery. You know what I mean? It's kind of gets all over the palate. So, but then just that dry, herbal, herbaceous, hoppy finish. Not bitter, not too one way or the other. It's pretty balanced. I don't know. I guess I'd score this at. I mean, I've had some pretty good amber ales, but this is a crafty one. I don't know. I put it at a 90. It's an A. It's a good beer. Just dry. I don't know if this is. I don't know. I like to try a couple different variants of this. The amber ale, because they make like BuMpY was saying, they have a few that they take different profiles, But not bad. Shout out wise, I got 2 big ass boxes coming in, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I don't know when that's gonna happen. So yeah, I think Wednesday we're doing a sour thing. I don't know with Beer Man. We haven't figured out who or where, but keep your eyes peeled for that. Cheers, guys. That's it.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Cheers,
I guess I'll shout out Stout Sunday for John and Ellie. 10:30 Eastern Standard, AM. Stout or porter, be there. It's a good way to start the day. I'll be working. Cheers, guys.
Hey, Andrew, it's okay to shout him out twice because you know what? It makes it more better than that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, Miscellaneous.
Try.
Nice. I didn't know it was me. All right. So yeah, lingering bitterness, man. I was getting that. BuMpY, I was getting that in this. Yeah, the lingering bitterness just really kind of smothers your whole palate. But it is dry. It's a dry. Everyone's already heard it. This style is just that way. So I'm gonna give this an 88 out of 100. It's definitely a per style though. I would probably stick with that as well because I've had other ambers that are good. Like the Rogue one's really good. What's that American one they have? It's like red, white, and blue, and it's very hot.
BuMpY used that for the thumbnail.
It's called an American Amber Ale.
There you go.
Can't go wrong there.
But that is hoppy. That is so good. It's got a nice. I remember that. It's such a good beer. But nothing like that on this. So I wanted to kind of keep on the mediocre, high B scale. So Apple was just so dominant. Wow. I mean, it was like drinking what the fuck. It was like drinking one of them lagers, American lagers or something. In the apple essence of it all. But on point though, but just not I don't know. Anyway, good beer though, not bad. I would drink it again. Yeah, I would. Beer and cheese, 8 o'clock Eastern, same thing that we do every week. This is an open. Let me get rid of my note thing. It's going the same thing. I've got some great cheese. I can't wait to show it off. So be there at 8 o'clock Eastern. And Wednesday will be our first. I'm not picking my nose. Wednesday will be our first. God dang it! What am I calling it? Beer mixer. Beer mixer. For 4 weeks or an undesignated amount of time, depending on how it goes. And we're gonna mix 2 beers. Hopefully, if you have other things to mix, that's fine. I'll accept it. But please bring 2 beers if you can and mix them up. I've got a couple that I'm dying to try, so hopefully it works out. 6 o'clock Eastern, and yeah. So just that's it. That's all I have.
Legendary Beerman, is it okay if I mix a stout with a stout?
I don't care. You could still do that. I mean, I would prefer 2 different styles, but
that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
If you've got a different type
2
of stout
stouts and 2 different styles.
Beer man, I got a question.
Yeah, go
if
for
you
it.
mix an 8% with another 8% beer, is it a 16% beer when you're done?
I don't know.
I think I'd be 11.
You don't have to be the judge of that one, I guess, based on feeling. But it would be like having 2 beers, though. So I guess you could double that up. But yeah, sure. I think so. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, bring it, and look out for videos. I always do weird ones, so crazy late ones. So just look out for those late ones. Cheers! Thank you, BuMpY, man. Appreciate you, man.
Cheers!
Appreciate the panel. Appreciate the chat. Oh yeah.
Thank you. I'll be checking my cheeses I have tonight. Checking them for mold.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's going.
It's only blue cheese are good.
I'm allergic.
I don't want you to waste your money.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good for me, actually.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Well, I guess that brings me up.
Sure does.
So, there's some things I liked about this beer, some things I didn't like about this beer. I liked the upfront kind of sweetness with the caramel note I was getting, with a bit of that kind of slight breadiness, and the mouthfeel was okay. Carbonation was good. What I didn't really like about it was where it kind of went mid-range to the finish. I didn't like the apple note. To me, it almost tasted like it was like an off flavor from fermentation. But not everybody, but a lot of other folks seem to get apple as well. That wasn't mentioned in the style guidelines. They just talked about the caramel crystal malts and stuff being used to kind of have that sweetness. And yeah, I mean the bitterness on this one, it's I don't know. I think it kind of took away from the rest of what the beer could have been. It was like a slap in the face after getting something that I wasn't really looking forward to in the beer with that apple note. Even though red apples are okay. I don't really eat many apples, but yeah, the red apples are okay out of any of the apples I would eat. So I'll give it a half a point for that. I'm gonna land this one at like an 88 out of 100. It's doable. It's drinkable. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but I mean, depends on what else you have, to offer. If this was on tap at a restaurant and everything else was complete crap, sure, I'd drink it. But other than that, I'm not going to be finding space in my fridge, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. But it's still a decent drinker, so if you happen upon it and you want to try it, you're not going to die. Shout outs. We're going to create a Malty Monday poll when we get off here for the upcoming Malty Monday. be 4 different beer styles that have yet to win. Who knows? There might even be different beer styles that haven't been on the poll yet. We are getting down to the nitty gritty on a lot of it, so we're kind of really searching deep, soul searching. But there will be a poll out there. You'll find it on Beer Man's community page. You also find it in the description of this live feed. Just go right to the description, click on the poll link, and you'll be able to vote. Voting comes down 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Wednesday. So you have a few days to get your votes in. And yeah, then I'll make a video Thursday, the following day, saying exactly what the beer style is in the video, and also leaving, if there is a clickable link, probably from Beer Advocate, to that style, to just help everybody find that style of beer if they're having issues. Because what I've noticed sometimes, like going through Beer Advocate type style guidelines, there's beers in there that I didn't even know would classify as certain beers, and some of them may not even. Beer Advocate, different sites do give off different information, but if it's on a Beer Advocate site, I'm okay with it if it's within that style. So other shout outs, I will not be doing stout. Yeah, I won't be doing Stout Sunday. John and Ellie will, hopefully. I won't be doing it. I also won't be doing After Dark beers on Sunday. This upcoming Sunday I will be away. So we do have to figure out who is going to run that. So we can talk about that off air as well. And that can be brought up in later shout outs, like on Beer Tuesday or Wednesday, some other time. But yeah, just want to appreciate
when you drop the style for the week. That'd be a good time.
Maybe. Yeah. If we can try to figure it out tonight, maybe who's going to actually do it. We have to throw in who wants to do it, and then also throw in reasons why maybe it should be done on somebody's channel versus somebody else's. But we'll figure it all out. And I want to thank my panel tonight for showing up. Thank you guys. Thank you all for bringing an American Amber / Red Ale. Thank you to the chat. Drewski showed up. Cheers. Want arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Give him the link. You can text him. Shit.
I lost his phone number. No, just kidding. But yeah, cheers to the chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for watching tonight, and we'll catch you on the next one. So, Alex.
Cheers.
All right. This is Alex, the Beer Master, and we will see you all on the next live stream, next video. This is Alex, Beer Master, signing out.
Cheers. Thank you.